Comes to economic policy, there's a huge divide between him and the Prime Minister. Yep. I read between the lines and I got that to mean that Boris Johnson does want to cut taxes, do what the crowds are calling for to get back up in the polling, to save his own skin perhaps. Rishi Sunak thinking that could potentially fuel inflation and be bad for the economy right now, which is true.
I know, that's the problem, isn't it? So the populists will say, yes, go on, we want to cut the taxes, get more investment coming in. Can he get more money coming in? He'll do it if you could create confidence. And the problem is, the rest of the world doesn't have much confidence at the moment. And then if you just have little old Britain on the side of it, having its own little private bicker, you're not going to attract that much attention saying, I must invest in those islands. So it's got to come over a moment like this as being credible. Unfortunately, Boris is looking incredible. He's got a nice overseas picture of him. You know, he did well on his global tour, but it doesn't reflect. People look at the economy and say, we don't see where Britain's going at the moment. Because we don't focus on the successes. Our technology, our smaller companies, our growing businesses, we're really good at. And we're spending our time looking at almost the yesterday's industries and arguing about almost, maybe we are back to our union discussions again. No, it's the wrong target. Go for the growth areas. We know where they are in Britain. They're the ones which produced more jobs over the past 5 years than anywhere else. So that's the bit like people look at Britain and say, what are you arguing about?
The financial markets did fall quite heavily yesterday, Justin, not least the FTSE 100 index of leading UK shares. Some people have been trying to pin that on our political antics. That was a global phenomenon. But the pound is different. The pound did drop below $1.19. As we've often said here on GB News, when the pound falls, that makes all our imports more expensive, particularly fuel, which itself is priced in dollars. And it strikes me that this is part of the problem. If the economy was doing pretty well, then Boris Johnson wouldn't be under such political pressure as he is now. On the other hand, who's going to want to become Tory leader when the economy is going down?
Well, it's one of those ones at the moment. I think they're saying, look, who wants to open this parcel now? As you can hear, there's this thing ticking in front of you. Pass it on really very quickly indeed. No, the economy is going to be slowing. The global economy is slowing down. You can't stop that at the moment. And so it is really very difficult indeed. Merely try and focus now on those areas where you can see growth, and actually you can see some tangible change, and you can actually see then some picking up in confidence. Remember, it's confidence that runs an economy. All we saw yesterday, I'm afraid, was, today we saw a lack of confidence. No, because no one's strong enough to actually go up against him. He's trying to fight back, but he sounds nervous. Now, Boris, unfortunately, when you get past the ego bit of it, you can see a little small sort of person out of The Wizard of Oz behind it.
Well, who can blame him? It's been a bit of a tough ride for him lately.
He's been getting it.